tap section. Hey everybody, Dave Nassie here at Epic Guitar Instruction. How you doing? We're going to have a fun time today. We are going to work on Wait by White Lion off a classic 80s record called Pride. I'm showing my age here, man, but I'm telling you, this is some great stuff. Good guitar playing. Vito Bratta was one of the classics from back in the day. Still revered as a very amazing guitar player that had some creative stuff back then. And we're going to look at this and we're going to break down every part of it. So as we dive into the solo of this song, we're going to have some great things that we're going to play and some good techniques that are going to be available to us. We're going to take our time and we're going to go ahead and we're going to nail this thing out. So let's have some fun. Let's get started with this portion of it. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fret an A note on the 2nd fret 3rd string. We can give it a little bit of a pinch if you like. I'm going to tap on 14 with my first finger. Now my note kind of died out there in explanation, but as I tap this, what's going to happen is I'm going to pull with my left hand to bend that string. It's going to come back to pitch, and I have to slide that up to 21 and still keep it resonating all at the same time. That's the initial goal there. Now I'm using a practice amp with no additional pedals and stuff like that. You can hear it go like die out pretty fast. So you have to be on it and you have to have a good amount of hand strength to execute the run. So from there you're going to tap to an open string and you're going to go from that open string to 6 to 9. Now this is fretted with my first finger and my pinky, and this is on the 3rd string. So as we've kept our momentum and we slid all the way up to 21, we're going to push to an or pull to an open string, hammer 6 to 9, and then tap on 14. And when we tap on 14, we're going to pull just like so. So let's put this in motion. A lot of bending and a lot of pulling going on here, so I'll give some explanation to all this. As I hit this note one more time, slide up to 21, I'm going to go to an open string, tap on 14, tap on 12, and bend up with my left hand. Now as I do that motion here, of course, as I last really verbalized, I'm tapping on 14, I'm pulling here, and I'm coming back. As I do that, I have to immediately hit 12 and bend up. Release, hit 19, and let it fall down. And that's kind of the trickiest part of the solo. And that's what we're getting. I'm going to play that one time slow, a little bit of string noise, but no problem. Open, 14. From here, I'm going to tap from 19, and I'm going to do that bend just like that, and in a moment we're going to tap 13. So leading up to there, we have tapping 13, pulling to 7, and that's kind of a tricky thing in itself. I'm going to tap on 13, pull the 7, and quickly slide down to 6. Half step bend, and then grab my A note there with my middle finger. So that's going to be this. Am I playing it right? I'm playing it right. I am. I'm getting it now. The dogs are here for approval. They're Vito Bratta fans. If I get this wrong, they're going to let me know. I'm just saying.
They're checking your accuracy.
They're checking my accuracy for pitch and making sure that I'm being relevant. Okay, so again, one more time, lean us up to the point. We're going to then do a nice little bend on 10 on the 2nd string. A little half step, and I'm going to tap 22 as a pinch harmonic right there on the wire.
Tap harmonic.
Tap harmonic, I should say. Yeah, I'm going to tap on 22 is for a tap harmonic. So let's play this thing slow up into this point. One of those days, David Taub. We made it. We're working all the way through. Having a good time today with the solo, everybody. Really a lot of good parts to this. And like I said, we're just going through it nice and casual. We've got our mascots, and onward we will go. So after we do our tap harmonic, we're going to do a half step bend on 14. I'm going to bend up on 14 for this next part of the solo. I'm going to keep that a half step bend. I'm going to tap on 21. I'm then going to tap on 18, go to 20, and I'm going to finish by tapping on 16 and releasing my bend. It'll sound just like this. And then I'm going to release my bend just like so. From there, I'm going to tap on 15. I'm going to hammer from 12 to 14. And from there, I'm going to slide out of that run. Let's put this in context. From here. And now when I slide, I'm going down to 10. I'm going to do another tap here. And I'm going to do a half step bend. Now notice that. And I'm going to go down to 8. That puts it in this kind of context. When you break it up, you can lose sight of it a little bit. And then we have another little half step bend there. And we're going to move down to the fretboard. Let's play slowly up to that section. I missed my tap harmonic, Dave. So I'm not stopping. Alright, so we're into it. Tap harmonics, pinch harmonics, when they're played slow. We all know those little pesky guys. We try to get them the best way that we possibly can. When we go down to the fretboard here, we have a new tap section. Lots of great fret tapping in this solo. I tap up here on the 5th string, 9th fret. I'm going to go from an open string to 5 and then tap 9 again. Kind of revisit that note. I'm going to hammer my 3rd finger down to 7, then tap 12, and that gives me this. Then from there, I'm going to tap on 14, and I'm going to tap 14 and go 7 to 9. Is that right? Am I doing good? I think I'm doing pretty good. She's checking. She's checking. She's like, I don't know. I don't know. Are you doing that the right way? She's making sure.
Check your tap notes.
Yep, make sure you get the right ones. Here, as we're tapping on 14, we're going to go 7 to 9. What's kind of nice about this now, we're going to jump up another half step, tap on 15, go 8 to 10, 17, 8 to 10, 15, 18, 10, and then 14, 18 to 10. I'm going to play all the way up to there very slowly. New tap section. Now we're going to slide up and pull off 15, 14 to 12, and then you go into this pattern. Pick, pick, pull, pick, 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 pull, pick. So that's going to be 15, 14, and 12, 17, 14, and 12. Then we have a neat little octave run that's going to go 17 to 14. Of course, I'm grabbing 15 with my middle finger. And I'm going to bend up on 21. Now I'm going to leave it as a natural note because I'm going into my B minor. And that'll cover you through the entire solo. So we've made it through that. That's fantastic. We've got all the parts and all the sections. This is a great song to play, and I think just from taking point on what we talked about in the intro of the song and based on the body of the song, you can get lost in this and you can cover a classic. We love it. Thank you so much for watching, and we want to give you more of songs just like this. So if you could subscribe to the channel, click the like button, leave us a comment. Let us know what you would like to see. Any comments or feedback is definitely appreciated, and I will see you next time at Epic Guitar Instruction.